I planned this week's video to be about the fear of failure. It was a fairly simple concept, but something I was quite familiar with. It was meant to be a regular talking head video about how much the fear of failure had incapacitated me in the past. I expected to film a few B-roll clips, then a few minutes of me speaking, and that would be it. Shouldn't be anything too hard. Now, if the chances of you succeeding are higher, this morning it says, what's the risk and what's the potential for chances of risk? God. Long story short, it was a failure. The video cut out halfway and I spoke for about 20 minutes after that, and all the footage was gone. Wonderful. My last video was me talking about how I was going to make more videos. I was going to make changes and more interesting things. That was really exciting. But here I found myself just a week later feeling like a failure and feeling like that video would just be an empty promise and the channel would die out in a matter of a few months and I would inevitably run out of ideas, purely catastrophizing every aspect of everything. I felt like I wasn't good enough, and maybe I was foolish for starting in the first place. It's funny how quickly my mindset had flipped around from excitement to dread, from potential and hope to a terrible realization that I was cripplingly scared. The fear of failure is strange, to say the least. It's a sort of defense mechanism we develop to protect ourselves from failing and hurting ourselves and disappointing ourselves. And when the work is so personal, making a failure feels like being a failure. It feels really bad. It's so stupid because not only does that protect you from getting hurt, it protects you from getting anything at all. After screwing up the video multiple times, I considered giving up and just trying something else some other time. But I got thinking about times that I'd overcome the fear of failure. I think in my life, skateboarding is the most prominent example. There's this trick I love, and I want to land it so bad, but unfortunately, I suck at it.
Whenever you're ready, man.
I'm ready.
I spent hours and hours trying it, but I still just haven't figured it out yet. The hundreds of attempts are tiring and feel hopeless at times. And I thought to myself, why the hell do I even try when failure, at least to some degree, is an absolute certainty? And I remembered the few times I had landed the trick or had even gotten close to it. And that's where I found my answer. The pure joy and happiness and elation that I experienced in those few fleeting seconds after landing the trick suddenly invalidated my fear and my doubt. The fear of failure doesn't protect us from anything apart from the very things that we truly desire in life. Failure in itself can be seen as either an absolute error or a mistake, or it can be seen as a means to an end, a learning experience, a bump or a turn on the uncertain path to where we truly want to be. I planned this week's video to be about the fear of failure, about how much the fear of failure had incapacitated me in the past. Then it incapacitated me in the present, and I almost gave up. But I got reminded of the potential joy that lies in the percentage possibility of getting it right, and that, just that, was enough to keep me going. And here I am, after failing at all my attempts and well thought out ideas, here I am with a video that turned out even better than I had planned. It's funny. Every little success we have helps to build the confidence within ourselves that'll help us overcome fear easier. And the only way to succeed and become confident is to try and fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and do it again. Because when it finally works out, it'll be worth it. This fear will come back again, surely, and I don't think it'll ever truly go away. But I don't think trusting a concentrated ball of insecurities called fear was ever a good idea in the first place.